Welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, it feels like it's been forever since I've been on here, and it kind of has. And so that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. But I also want to talk about productivity, or forget productivity, and why you should rest, and why rest is important, and why rest is a good thing. And so I think that we are so consumed with productivity and producing and all that kind of stuff. And, I'm into feminine energy and femininity, and that's not really conducive for that. And I think it's important to rest. And so that's what I want to talk about in this video. So, if you're new to my channel, it's been a while, so I'm a little out of practice when it comes to this thing. But welcome. I invite you to subscribe. I like to do videos on manifestation, feminine energy, all that jazz. So if you like that kind of thing, I think you'll like it here. So definitely subscribe. So girlfriend, it's been a minute. The last videos I actually put up were produced way before they were put up live. So it's been a while for me, but I think it's been like, I don't know how long. Well, that's kind of what I want to talk about. And the reason why I want to talk about rest is one reason why I was away is that I was resting, and it feels good. I feel good, and I definitely needed it. And I want to talk about it because I don't often feel like people, or especially women, allow themselves to rest. And it's interesting because I actually was watching a commercial, or I don't know what they are called, an ad on TikTok, and the teenage girl, it was a teenage girl and her mom, and the teenage girl was on her cycle, and her mom asked her something like that, are you going to go to skating with your friends or something? I think that's what she asked. Are you going to go skating with your friends? And the girl was like, no, I think I'm just going to rest. I'm on my cycle or something, she said to that effect. I just want to rest. And the mom was like, no, you don't need to rest. All you need is pampering. Push through it, girlfriend. Take this medicine that was made in a lab and push through it. I'm like, what's wrong with resting? And that's where I was like, wait, she's saying that she needs to rest. She's on her cycle, which in my opinion is very significant for us to rest. So she's actually vocalizing that she needs to rest and she wants to rest. But no, girlfriend, take this medicine and push through that and go and be productive and go hang out with your friends and put on a brave face or fake it till you make it, as people say. And I was like, that is just the complete wrong message, in my opinion. I'm like, if your body is telling you, and as women, we have a cycle and our body goes through the cycle and it's telling us to rest, we need to rest. And there's nothing wrong with resting. We don't need to push through it. We don't need to push through the pain. All that stuff takes something that is artificial and put it in our bodies just because. Why? And I think that I think that there's a whole productivity type, like there's a lot of vlogs on it, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being productive. But like, if you need to rest, if your body is telling you to rest, if your mind is telling you to rest. And I just released my book Manifesting Made Basic, and I was doing a lot of things for that, promoting that book Manifesting Made Basic. If you haven't got it, go get it, girlfriend. But I got to a point where it's like, okay, you did it, you released it, girlfriend, you need to rest. And so I was resting. This time while I was gone, I was just kind of kicking it and resting. Not really kicking it, but like resting. And it felt really amazing and incredible, and it's something that I needed. And honestly, I was going through some things that, and if I didn't have that rest, I wouldn't be aware of some of the things that I needed to work through personally. And yeah, so I think that if I continue to push that book and push through it and not take the time that I needed to rest, that I would be suppressing or numbing some of the things that I need to work through. And so that's why resting too is important, is that we can, one, honor our bodies, honor what our mind and bodies are telling us, but also you lose awareness when you're just going. You lose awareness when it comes to your relationships, yourself, what's that mind chatter, that narrative that's going on in your head. You lose awareness of those things when you don't take the time to rest. And so I think it's really, really important to rest. And I think that this whole societal narrative around, hey, girlfriend, take this Pamprin and push through it is just the wrong messaging. Especially, you know, it was a teenage girl too, especially to our young women, is that's the wrong messaging. That's the wrong messaging. Push through it. Don't honor yourself. Don't honor your body. Just push through it. It's the wrong messaging. That was my little rant. But yeah, that was the commercial, and that's where I've been. And you know, it's interesting. So during the time that I launched my book, I also did an event that I was committed to with Dr. Temple Grandin, which turned out amazing. And you know what? It's interesting because when I did that event, I said, you know what? I don't want to make it like the other events that I often do, which is very chaotic, not chaotic, but very high energy, and it takes a lot of mental capacity from me. I went into it with the intention that, you know, this is going to be easy. It's all going to be successful. It's going to be easy, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be incredible. And guess what? It totally was. It was incredible. It was amazing. It was easy. It was the most easy and yet most successful event I've ever done. And so I might put a clip of the event in this video, but just amazing. And it just kind of made me think. And so another thing that happened is that my son turned 13, girlfriend. 13. 13. And so now I'm in a space of like, where do I want to go? Where do I see myself in 5 years? What am I building? Like those kind of things. And so I kind of been and taking the time while I was resting and kind of kicking it, is also thinking about where I want to see myself in the future. What is the thing that is my thing? What am I passionate about now in this season in my life? You know, my kids are getting older and they don't require, well, I would like to say that they don't require that much of me. I would like to say that, but that's not entirely true. I would like to say that, but that's not entirely true. But it's more of a life lesson, learning how, or teaching them how to exist and navigate the world. And so that's where I'm at in this season in my life. And so yeah, and so I'm kind of been looking at where I want to see my life to go in the future, and you know, cultivating different hobbies and passions and things that I'm getting more interested in that I never thought I would be in, like art, interior design, and all those kind of things that I'm like very passionate about now. Like we went to our first auction, which was amazing. We bought like this I'm actually on it, this like hand crafted rug that was like appraised for some astronomical amount of money, and we got it for a really good deal. And it's just like when you start appreciating like the little things and the art and what people put into things. It's just like I never thought I would be that there. And so that's kind of where I'm at too. And so it's just interesting to see, okay, where do I want to see myself? And on top of that, I've also been very into my femininity and feminine energy, my womanhood, and deepening into that. And so that kind of leads me to what I want to share in this video. I actually wrote a poem that I want to share. You can fast forward if you want to, but I hope you don't, because, you know, I think that it's something that it definitely is definitely something that is, so womanhood, feminine energy is something that I'm definitely deepening in. And that's kind of where I want to take my life as well. I want to share more about that. I want to expand on that a lot. My latest book, Manifesting Made Basic, is more about manifesting, which is still marrying the masculine and the feminine energy together to create. That's what you're doing. You're creating, right? And so I wanted to share more about how that looks in family, how that looks in relationship, how that looks in marriage, because you're creating in a relationship. Someone holds the feminine, more of the feminine aspect of that relationship, and the other person holds more of that masculine energy aspect of the relationship, and together they create. And what you can create together is so much more than what you can do on your own. And so that's kind of what I wanted to do. And so not looking at the creation part as a family, but like deepening into my womanhood. And so I wanted to share the poem that I wrote when I was in meditation this weekend. This is what came to me, because I've also been studying space, which is such a great, we are an example of what all of this is, what the universe is, what nature is. But you can see how our bodies are the universe, how our bodies imitate nature, and how our bodies imitate space. Or, yeah, imitate is a great word, I would say. But how our bodies are what that is. And so this is my poem. The void, the belly, the womb. The void requires resources. It attracts resources and takes in all that is around it. It has a powerful magnetic field. It is chaotic in the beginning, but then comes order. It gives birth to pure energy, an extremely powerful energy. This energy creates other galaxies. It creates more vitality, energy, and life. And so it's interesting because I had been very fascinated with black holes. I have been fascinated with like whirlpools and how they attract and pull things in. I've always been like that since I was a little girl. And then I started getting into black holes, and just, I don't know, I had some sort of affinity to black holes, and how science now is actually explaining how other galaxies are created through black holes, and how they'll say that black holes suck in everything as if it's something bad, but to me it's just attracting, it's taking in the resources to create more. And so that's kind of where I want to go with this channel, is where I want to go in my life, is to kind of really hone in on feminine energy, womanhood. And if we look at these different things in life, you know, I think that there's so much programming around, oh, you can't receive. A man can't provide for you. You cannot receive these things and all this stuff. You have to work hard. You have to struggle. You have to be sucked dry. You know, all of these things that we are programmed to think that is not natural and is not how we are supposed to be. And so it's interesting, and that's where I want to go with that. And so my next book, actually, I want to focus on feminine energy. And so my next book is going to be a 30-day feminine energy deepening journey of some sort. I don't know what the title is yet, but it's going to be an experience. And I'm really excited about it because feminine energy has changed my life. It's changed how I see life. It's changed how I feel. It's changed how I receive life. It's changed everything for me. It's changed how I even operate in my relationship, how I operate with my children. You know, it's crazy how it's really a deprogramming of what I was taught, or what I saw and what I was told, and coming back to myself. And it's such a beautiful journey. And so that's really what I want to share in this video, is that, you know, productivity, rest, girlfriend, that's feminine energy. It's going to bring you back to yourself. So that's what I wanted to share in this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I do videos on manifesting, creation, spirituality, and now we're going to go deeper into womanhood and feminine energy. So if you like that kind of thing, I think you'll like it here. So definitely subscribe, and I will check you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, peace.